we get returning people to our meetings is phenomenal to build the core of 1 Million Cups Fairfax. Just a comment.
I echo that, John. Thanks to
Yeah.
everybody. We are now live on Facebook. So listen, good morning, everybody. Welcome to 1 Million Cups Fairfax edition. My name is James Lawson. I'm one of the organisers here. And we'd like to thank you this morning for joining us. If you don't know much about what we do, we are actually part of the Kaufman Foundation, and they work with communities in entrepreneurship, education to increase opportunities that allow all people to learn, take risks, and to own their own success. Sorry. We are national and local mission. We work towards this mission through creating a consistent educational experience for each of our 1MC presenters nationwide. But we also highlight the uniqueness and value proposition in each local startup community. Now, like most, we do have our own key pillars that we abide by. One is we look for presentations, not pitches. This isn't a place to come and pitch a business to get funding. There are other avenues for you to do that. We believe in authentic connections, not networking. So we think of ourselves more as a mastermind type environment, not a networking group, although networking certainly goes on. We are run for the community, by the community, and we are radically and intentionally inclusive. So, as we do at this point in the proceedings, if you are new to 1 Million Cups, or maybe you haven't been and seen us for a long time, please go ahead and raise your hand. And when called on, please just do these three things. Give us your name, tell us your company, and how you heard about us. So if someone else on the line can just check and look for hands, that would be amazing. Nobody new? Everyone is returning guests? Don't believe it.
Perhaps Rahan?
I'm not new, but I'll certainly go ahead. My name is Rehan Mahmood. I'm the founder of Engineer Solutions. I've just not been in attendance for about a year, but just heard about you guys through, I think originally a couple of years ago, in an email. And then I was just interested and attended a couple of presentations.
Awesome. Welcome back. Anyone else? All right, so if anyone joins it is new, we'll circle back at the end and you can introduce yourself. Also remember to put your name and all your details into the chat so we can actually connect to everybody. So there is now a QR code on your screen. We would ask you to go ahead and scan the QR code.
Oh, yes.
And register yourself. That way that our peeps back in Kansas can actually track what the hell we're doing. To make sure that we're keeping our end of the bargain. As you can see, we like to track attendees. So go ahead and do that. If you happen to miss it, don't worry, it will be back on your screen at some other point during the proceedings. So, as I said, we are run by the community for the community. So things never happen in a silo. What you have on your screen right now is the FBI's 8 Most Wanted. And these are the team that put all this together on a weekly basis. If you would like to be part of that team or have an interest in joining us doing this, feel free to contact us. We will definitely have a conversation to see if we are a good fit. So we have 2 sponsors every single week. The first sponsor is George Mason Enterprise Center. And the second is our monthly coffee sponsor, which is Maria from Shine Interior Design. Does anyone in the organizing group want to talk about George Mason Enterprise? Because I'm not sure
Sure,
I can
James,
do it
I can
intelligently.
jump in.
Oh, Jen's here. Yay. Oh, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So Mason Enterprise Center is our space sponsor. We meet there in person the first Wednesday of every month. They are a fantastic incubator with a huge ecosystem of George Mason behind them. If you are looking for space, there's limited space at the moment. However, there may be 1 or 2 offices if you're interested. You could also be a virtual member. They are up over 24 mentors. So one thing that makes them unique and stand out is they have dedicated resources that are included as part of being a member there. So whether it's events and programming, which they have a great event coming up actually tomorrow, or no, today, I'll put a link to it in chat. You can attend and meet other people, but they've also just got a ton of business resources with the SBDC, Apex Accelerator, and the ICAP program. If you know someone who is international and looking to launch in the DC metro area, they also have a soft landings program to help international companies launch here in the States. And with that, over to Maria.
Good morning, everybody. I am Maria Gation, a certified interior designer and interior architect with Shine Interior Design. I approach design differently than most. I'm focused on neuroaesthetics, the science of how your brain responds to your environment. Instead of just making spaces look beautiful, I create environments that actively support your nervous system, reduce stress, and improve focus. I use science-backed principles like biophilic design and circadian lighting, not because they're trending, but because research show they work with your biology. You get a design that is both beautiful and optimized for how you actively live. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. So a little bit about how the meeting is going to work. In a second, we are going to hand over the mic to Mr. Shawn Gregoire to talk about his business. Please make sure to keep yourself muted during his presentation. Once it's complete, we will then move into the Q&A section of the meeting. If you have a question to ask, then raise your hand using the Zoom bar, right, to do that. We ask that you try and keep your questions concise. We also try and ask Shawn to try and keep his responses concise. But if we do need to elaborate, we can certainly do that at some point. And let's all just be nice. This is all about giving guidance, asking questions, and helping Shawn achieve what he needs to achieve from his challenge. So all that being said, Mr. Shawn Gregoire, I am going to hand over the microphone to you. I am going to be flipping your slides for you, Shawn. So as you need to move forward, just let me know and I will advance as needed. I will try and anticipate, but not all the time.
All right, thank you so much, James. And I'll make sure that I stay within the 10-minute limit. But to quickly introduce myself, I'm Shawn Gregoire. I'm a 14-and-a-half-year Air Force veteran, Doge victim, graduated from Brown University, and I have a company called Capstone Tech. The company as a whole, it addresses the state of the fragmented workforce through various products that are made to solve highly specific problems. And the problem that I'm looking to solve today is called Capstone Outreach. And there we are. And Capstone Outreach, I designed as a tool for solopreneurs, your coaches, your consultants, like everyone who's basically starting something by themselves, to be able to gather, to do their follow-up much quicker than they used to. The problem that I'm looking to address is knowing that you go to a conference and you're collecting 30 cards and you're having all these great conversations, but you get back to your life 4 days later and you realize that all of those leads have gone cold. So what I would like to do is design something that allows you to make those follow-ups immediately and keep going until you actually turn those handshakes into revenue and actual traction. So my challenge question is how I get in front of these solo founders at the moment where this loss lead pain is the sharpest. And I think that this pain is actually the sharpest, like right at the conferences, where they know that they've blown opportunities to like continue these conversations. So like I said before, my company was founded 2025. I've soft launched this. It's available, but I have not told the world because I'm in the middle of an accelerator for another one of my products. I would, like I said before, I would like to have a soft launch. This is part of that where I'm able to share with entrepreneurs what I'm building to get feedback on what they'd like in it and what would actually make it meaningful for them. And of course, I operate in the United States, and this is available online. Right. So again, my business solves the problem of instant follow-up and warm connection outreach for solo founders. I define solo founders as anyone who is a one-person business, or I mean, if you want to make it two people, I guess, but I wanted to solve my own problem as a solo founder, where I'm going to all these conferences, I'm a sociable guy, and I'm talking to all these people. And then I would look at my dresser and I'll have 3 million business cards and I have no idea where they came from. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm broke. Like what? I have all these leads and I can't do anything with them. And I've tried different things. I've tried to build other things myself in the past and nothing worked. So I wanted to build something that worked for me. And, for me personally, I use the heck out of it and I find it quite useful. So I generate revenue, like really simple 3-day trial. If you don't like it after 3 days, you can ditch it. If you do like it, $25 a month, unlimited warm outreach. And what that means, you can scan as many business cards as you want. If you have a whole bunch of leads and like in the CSV, you can upload those and do outreach there. And I also have an option where you can actually, if you have an ICP, you're able to like do cold outreach by finding those emails and doing outreach there. But I limit that to 100 cold outreach emails per month in the $25 per month section. $45 a month, you get all of that for like with unlimited use. Like I said before, my value prop is that I turned follow up into a 30-second proposition. I time myself all the time, and like going from like scanning your card and shaking your hand to sending a follow up email is about 30 seconds, 4 clicks. My ideal client are these one-person business owners. So your speakers, your consultants, everyone who's trying to make it happen, they understand how important like being able to capitalize on these hot leads are. And my unique value is having this be a mobile first platform where you're able to contact these leads, like gather their information and be able to contact them immediately and track like how often you're following up. And like I said before, what differentiates me is that there are a bunch of CRMs out there. And I've tried them all, but I'm the only one who like built for the specific and explicit purpose of of having people follow up on their warm leads. Yep. So my target, like one person's business owners, speakers, consultants, like a whole bunch of these folks. I think that organizations that could benefit partnering with me are event organizers, networking organizations, these accelerators, these organizations that instinctively understand the power and importance of capitalizing on their relationships. It not only helps me out, but it helps them. It helps with their rapport, saying instead of saying like, "Oh yes, like we had a cool seminar here," you can literally say, "Hey, I met my first couple of clients here." So I think that it definitely benefits them if they're able to have those stories as well. Like marketing channels, I'm using SEO for the website. I have a blog that I write called The First 100 that really focuses on um, the the technical and emotional parts of getting initial traction for your product. And I do in-person outreach. So whenever I went to a ribbon cutting yesterday, and I used Capstone Outreach, and I'll show them like, hey, I got your card, and you're going to get an email in like 30 seconds. Watch this, and show people. So it's been pretty organic, and I've gotten really good response so far. Yep. So I have a couple of competitors. Um, um, HubSpot, Instantly, MailChimp, you have a whole bunch of folks who are in the CRM game, but when you're just starting out, they're too much. Like someone asked me why I don't use HubSpot. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I use HubSpot? Free account, I signed up. Now looked, I'm like, I don't need a fraction of this. And I haven't looked at HubSpot since, and that was it. So that's but that's why, like, it's too much, and it doesn't solve the direct problem in a way that's clear, obvious, and even effective. Otherwise, I wouldn't have built this. I would have just used HubSpot. Manual follow up. How does my company compare? Obviously, I ensure that the follow up happens, and you can actually track in your contact list, who you've followed up. Whether you want to do an additional follow-up, you can do like multi-touch like follow-ups, and you can have AI generate the outreach emails that you can edit. And the same thing with HubSpot, right? It's free, it's super popular, there's a bunch of brand equity. Then why does my problem still exist? I think the fact that they've made it this far, and I felt the need to make this, like being a tech savvy person, is pretty self-evident that the problem still exists for a lot of people. So, right. So how do I leverage competitors? I talk to people who like suffer from the problem. I'm constantly talking to small business owners who have this same follow-up issue, and like I ask them what would make this useful. That's how I build everything at this point. I pick a really specific audience, and I basically tell them like, hey, this is your product. I want you to use it. So like I've added different parts, just such as being able to take a selfie, so you like actually remember who you are, like having the text capability. Whenever you have context of where you met and what you talked about, having the voice option to say so instead of just having to type it. I have all that stuff in mind because I'm constantly talking to my users, and I want them to use the heck out of it. I just don't want their money for nothing. So yes, challenge question. Thanks so much for listening, and thank you, Facebook. I haven't seen you guys in years. But like, how do I get in front of people who suffer from this problem so I can get more exposure and get more feedback, and get them to see this as something that they need to create money and value? Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Shawn. That was amazing. Great presentation, my friend. I'm going to assume there's going to be a million questions around this. So we are going to move into Q&A. So please go ahead and use the Zoom toolbar to raise your hand. Is Mr. Foster moderating this?
I am.
Thank you then, John. I'm going to hand it over to you, my friend.
All right. Thank you, James. All right. So, Shawn, thank you so much for the presentation. And we were going to go ahead and get started. I've got Amy Hughes with her hand raised. Amy.
Hi, Shawn. Thanks for the presentation. I appreciate it.
Of course.
I work with a very small team, larger right now because they're interns. You mentioned the differentiator between you and HubSpot. Question that I had for you specifically is, does this work for non-service providers?
So my initial answer is yes. Like, by what context do you mean? Because it's just getting leads and being able to follow up immediately.
So if I have a product-based company, it would still be able to be useful for that then?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks.
Yeah, it's all relationships.
All right. Ashley, welcome.
Hey, my question is, as you talked about conferences and various large networking events, what strategies have you thought about of getting this in front of people before they show up, working with those, event planners to get this out so people can test it out those 4 days while they're there?
I that's what I'm here for. That's great insight. That's something I will start doing. But that's a great idea. So a big part of the reason I wanted to present.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's see. We've got Tom. Welcome, Tom.
Morning. Thanks for your presentation, Shawn. Very, very interesting tool, and it looks like it could be very useful. So, I have one question on the lead collection process, right, with your solution. I guess, how expansive is it, right? Because like if you're at a trade show, the traditional business cards are still there, but they're really starting to fade out. You know, there's a lot of digital cards. A lot of people say, "Hey, scan my LinkedIn URL. Here's a QR code." You know, oh, I don't have a card, so you write down a name and you keep that handy. So, like, how many channels? Like, how does your tool kind of support, the channels of collection for data?
Yes, so you can take a picture of like any contact card and it'll load that. It does blink pretty well, like that particular one. It does like your regular QR cards. The one that it may have a little bit of trouble on is blink for whatever
Okay.
reason, because the QR code is weird. But the way to counteract that is like taking a picture of the contact card itself and it'll load right up.
No, that's great. So one suggestion I'd have, like, absolutely, if you're trying to catch these solopreneurs, kind of like at the point of the most pain and understanding about what do I got to do before that event comes in, I believe, like sometimes the events have like a I don't want to call it a pre-party, but a pre-gathering event. Make sure that you're represented there at some of those events, because maybe you can actually get some people to try it out during the conference and get hooked on it because they'll get the immediate benefit.
That would be lovely. Yes. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Tom. Let's see, Maria.
When I saw your website, it was like, this is the answer to my 4-year prayer. I have about 12 inches of vertical cars stacked together that I'm having a hard time following up and following through. And you say it's true that you forget when you get 20 cards where they all came from. The one question I had, and I used HubSpot since it was the only thing I knew, it seemed okay. When we scan this, a card, and then that first email goes out, where do we see, who do you send? Is there two questions. Are you able to input information that will refresh your mind of something that will create that connection, make it stronger? So like, I enjoyed talking about this.
Yes.
That would go into the message when you send the first email or any consecutive emails. Is that
Yes.
optimal?
So for your first question, that's a central part of the follow-up process. You not only have the option to take a selfie and send that over through text or email, but you also have the ability to to voice or text where you met and where you and what you talked about. And once you do that, that context will go into the initial email that's drafted.
Okay. I don't know if there's time for a second question, or should I just go back to?
Yeah, we can come back, Maria. James Lawson.
So I think a question and maybe a bit of guidance is this thing, is it a web-based application or is it something I load on my phone?
It's web-based, but optimized for mobile.
Right, so it's web-based. How intuitive is it? Or how intuitive will it be? Do I need you to teach me how to use it? Or is it basically something I can just step through, click, click, click?
I think it's click, click, click. It's up to based on my product analytics. Once people start using it, it's pretty intuitive. I would love to get like feedback on that because it's not really up to me. But based on like the length of time that people use on my analytics, like once they start using it, they use it pretty extensively. So I
Okay.
think that it is, but who knows?
Okay, so the people that know me know that I like things simple, right? If it's me, I think what you might want to do is actually create your own QR code card for the website that this sits on. Get yourself out to as many networking events as humanly possible. Talk to people, have them actually do the thing when you're there, hand them the card, they can scan it, and then have them just play with it for like 3 days. Because here's what you really want is you need to get volume of people using it to really understand how it works, like where the flaws are. Is it really intuitive? And so if you're going out, I mean, the place to get a solopreneur is like a chamber event. 99% of the people who go to Chamber of Commerce networking events are all solopreneurs. Right. And so just going out to as many of them and having a way to give them the app, even though it's web-based, right? And just say, listen, here's what I do. Here's the problem it solves. Would you like to go try it?
Right.
And then you keep in contact and then just see if they're actually using it. But to me, this is one of those things, Shawn, where I think you need to get out and just get to as many of these things as humanly possible. And you might get 30, 40, 50 people in a month that maybe download it or activate it and then actually go use it. And that's going to give you at least some use case studies on how it works and how effective it is. All right.
Yeah, that would be lovely. You're absolutely right. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Let's see. Amy Hughes.
Yes, me again. Sorry. I wanted to follow up on Maria's question, and James's question, or James's comment, actually. To James's point, getting as many users as you can organically, I think that idea of the networking is great. And if you have interns, they are great at networking events to socialize new technology. They're like puppies. I love it. To Maria's point, when we're adding information that would trigger where we have met the person that we got the card from, is the expectation that we are adding that data at the time we get the card, or is there a way to do that when we're scanning in the card? To Maria's point, I have 10,000 cards sitting on my desk. I just look at them and go, it's too many.
Yep, both, right? So when you have the immediate card, like especially on your phone, you're able to see, okay, like where'd you meet, and you can like type it in or voice it in. And when you have it, and like same thing for what you talked about. And once you actually save the contact, there's another notes section where you can put different contexts about like whatever like whether you met or whatever else. So you have both options there. And I try to have like both voice and text because like people like talking into things.
I just went totally pie in the sky, but is there a way to use a geolocator that would just say, hey, I was at this event at this time and this date, and I'm putting it against this business card so I don't have to remember where I met them? Just a thought, and I am nuts about that kind of thing. So thank you.
I appreciate it. I hadn't thought about that. That's a really good. You wouldn't find that invasive?
I'm sorry?
I say you wouldn't find that invasive?
I wouldn't find it invasive, and I used to work in some pretty private communities. It would be great if I didn't have to remember where I met folks. If there was a way that it could tell me, hey, you were at this event on this date. Based on, if I'm already using Gmail, well, my calendar tells me where I was at this date and time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Amy. Let's jump to Steve Rinaldi. Steve.
I unmute myself. Yeah. Follow up to what James said. I never found Chamber of Commerce. They're great for political reasons and finding out what's going on locally and what candidates are good for affecting the local business community. But for pure networking, I would recommend a whole bunch of different groups, whether it's Nexco, Provisors, M3 Linked, Alliances, even the BNIs or team networks. And another thing is I would reach out to a gentleman in Atlanta, Georgia named Gabe O'Neill. Gabe does digital cards, and that could be a good possible strategic alliance between the two of you.
That would be lovely. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, Google Gabe O'Neill. He's out of Atlanta. He used to do a whole bunch of networking things online during the pandemic, and I've ran into him a whole bunch of times. You can tell him Steve Rinaldi thought you guys would be a good contact.
Let's see. I see him. Digital accelerant.
Steve, if you put that in, just stick in the chat, that would be great. And that way Sean will have it. Because Sean, you're gonna get all this recorded. So you'll have all this you'll have all this to refer back to.
Right. Yeah. And I just added him on LinkedIn. I found him pretty quickly, but a warm introduction would be lovely.
Great.
If you'd be happy to do that.
Awesome. All right, let's jump to John Norris.
Good morning, Sean.
Good morning.
Hey, just two quick questions. The first one is, how do you avoid the initial communication that's being AI generated not be AI generated? You know, like I get tons of emails, spam, who knows what, like, you know, and it's all AI generated and it's mass mailed, and obviously we all get spam, but my point is, how do you make yours feel more? Because if I feel like you are actually taking 2 minutes to type that email, I'm going to probably be more likely to respond to you than if I'm like, oh, this is AI generated, whatever. I'm just, because sales of any level, you want to have a personal connection, not like I'm a transaction or just a number. How do you differentiate that, or how do you avoid that? Or is that too deep in the weeds?
Not at all. Especially when you're doing your initial email. So once you generate that first draft, one is generated from the context of from the context of your conversation and where you met. Two, I put in a lot of prompting to ensure that it's as humanly possible. And three, you can edit it afterwards, right? So like if something like slips, or it's like, hey, it's great to meet you at ... and you know that it doesn't quite sound like you can edit it on the spot before sending it out.
And then my second question, and again, if I missed this, I apologize, but I understand the concept behind this. I guess that what I'm making is, I meet you, you instantaneously send this email to me. What does your system do to continue to manage that relationship so that I can become a client? Like, I understand, great, boom, poof, email comes out, hey, nice meeting you. I'm like, oh, it's great. How does your, like, do you have follow-up automations? Like, what does it do to nurture that contact either better, or what is the process? Because that to me is where you're going to find conversions, not just on an initial email.
Yeah, so you have the multi-touch that you can have. So you have the like when you have that contact, you literally have a follow-up section where you do like a 5-question brief, and it will like make a 5-touch campaign that you can edit and send out, and it'll send out over the course of a couple of weeks with like basically follow-up requests. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that like you also attach your footer, like you also attach like your email signature and footer, so that not only functions as something where like it comes from your actual email with what you would normally put, but you also use it as your own digital business card.
Thank you for clarifying.
Of course, John.
Thank you, Sean. We'll go to Dennis and then back to Ashley.
There we go. Had to unmute there. Sean, just an idea to kind of go on the idea of the geolocation. You could actually accomplish some of that even without geolocation if I could just set up an event in the systems. For instance, Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to be at this exposition. I can set that date up, and everything I pull in for the next on Tuesday and Wednesday is automatically filed by that event or something. So just an easier way without having to go to the geolocation. Geolocation can be used for other things as well and could be very useful, but a simpler way to get some of that done is simply just, can I just set everything up that everything comes in on Tuesday must have come from this event? That kind of an idea.
Awesome. Yeah, that'll be great. I saw something from Tom. Can Outreach interface with a cloud-based CRM solution for leads if they already use it? I have not done that yet. If that's something that people will find valuable, I'll add it, but I'll need feedback that is actively valuable.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Ashley.
Hey, Shawn, a couple of things. One, product suggestion, and then where you can find people. If you don't have text as an option versus email, that's a big one. I get a lot more responses from people via text. And then when you think about conferences, many of them have attendee lists that they publish in their app. And it's about getting in front of them to set up conversations. And, you know, again, if you've got a free thing for people to try, you can be like, hey, I'm going to be there. Look for me here. And here's something you can try that would help, right? To, again, get ahead of the conference. And then other things as far as networks that you might want to think about is university alumni events, right? That might not be just solopreneurs, but there's a lot of people and their whole goal is to be able to follow up. So that's just another avenue where you might find interest.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And you are able to do text. Like you can't do like the multi-touch text. I only have that for email, but the initial text with the selfie option, you're able to do that on the spot.
Great. Thank you, Ashley. Melinda. You're on mute. There you go.
Yeah, I'm taking notes. I'm chewing gum and drinking coffee. It's hard to do everything.
And kicking butt too.
Right. First of all, you need to get into a deep dive with John Rutenberg. His business answers a lot of your questions, and maybe you guys can put an alliance together where you work with him and help him get more customers, and it becomes a division of your company or something. There may be some partnership opportunities. There are a lot of things like Salesforce and other things out there that are priced for bigger businesses. So I understand your concern, but there are also ways that you can do it as a solo entrepreneur. And some of the things I added some things to some of the notes I had, because you may be able to sponsor events at big trade shows that you want to be seen at. And maybe you can actually be the keynote speaker so that you talk about that frustration and that, you know, you build that pain point with some of your solutions. And the more people you can get in front of to discuss that pain point and how you can resolve it easily will really help your business grow. The other piece that I think is really important is you can look for trade shows ahead of time, locally as well as in your field, by getting lists of industry shows. But like in Metro DC, you can get a list of all the upcoming shows that are going to be in DC ahead of time from the Visitors Bureau. So there are other ways, and the Business Journal has a list of small businesses. You may want to go after some of the small businesses.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Melinda. Let's see, Maria. We'll circle back to you, Maria.
So many of the ideas I had have been covered, but following up with Melinda's suggestion, I attended High Point Market this past spring, and there are about 2,000 to 3,000 people, solopreneur designers that join every 6 months. So there's a spring and there's a fall market. Even if you would provide a 10 or 15-day trial, so it can get in, you don't have to wait for the other people, for the vendors to reach out to you. that was a difficulty I had, because I'm meeting hundreds of designers that I really want to connect, and vendors, representatives that I want to connect. So that was a really good would have been a really good opportunity to have a product like yours, where you sponsor certain aspect of the whole event. So your product, and you offer like a 15-day trial, because it's a 5-day event. So
Yeah.
you give them a little bit of extra time for them to see and try everything, all the capabilities. And another thing is having an ambassador program. You're a singlepreneur as well,
Yes.
and you cannot be everywhere as much as you can. But if you have an ambassador program where you give them a discount or some of their subscription, that might be for each, new subscription, it might be pay off as a chain of, like a chain event or action.
Yes, like one of the things that I know will be important here, will be the ability to have partnerships where I'm collaborating with people who are more trusted or having the event organizers. For me, it's just a matter of how do I do that efficiently, and like having people, like the main disconnect that I had, like to your point, is like I normally initially connect with people when they're at the event. And by the time like the free trial be over, they wouldn't be using it. So like to your point, I need to get in touch with those people right before the event. It's like, hey, I'm gonna make sure like I'm doing this, like I'm gonna do it this time. And that's when I think it'll be most useful. So it's a really solid point on your end. I would love to figure out how to get better at that.
Yeah, and there's associations of all associations,
Right.
and that would be a pain point for their attendees for sure.
Awesome. Thank you for
All
that.
right. Great. Thank you, Maria. Nicole.
Good morning. Hey, Shawn. So I think it kind of piggybacks off of what Maria was saying, but one of the ways to get this out there is to sponsor an event. And so that way everybody gets, a I hate to say this word, but complimentary version of the app for, like she said, a limited amount of time, but you're sponsoring the event, your logo's out there, you're being pushed out there with the headlines for everybody else, and people get to know the brand. You probably, if you're sponsoring, get that kind of 15 minutes of fame where you get to talk about your app, what it does for the community that you're going to be sponsoring it for, or the event. And that helps. And you said you're in tech, so consider a hackathon. And then that way, you get it in the hands of developers that can help create other solutions that complement what you're doing.
Right. Yeah. One, you're right. And like, I've always had that thought, but I had to deal with being broke for a really long time. I'm having that problem a little bit less. So sponsorship is always a good option, especially if I can collaborate like sooner and I can get an attendee list and do like some outreach there so they have some attention to it. Thank you for
Yeah, and
that.
I would say make sure that you get that in your agreement to sponsor, you get the attendee list, because sometimes they, like I'm a part of an organization, we just don't do that. So we make that
Gotcha.
clear that we don't do that. So make sure that you make it clear that you need it.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Nicole. Suleiman. Good morning.
Good morning. After a few months, so I'm
Great.
glad that I joined this great family. So I'm a part of this family, but just was away a little bit for a few months. Great presentation, great application. I saw your website, and also just to follow my friend John. I check your LinkedIn first to see like if there is any gap there. So just few recommendation I have. Try to create that LinkedIn for it. So I saw there is it's mixed. There is two type of your company. One is for grants or something else, and
Yes.
you have that one in your own profile, but you don't have this one. And second suggestion is that if you can create some short videos from the application or platform that you have, and you don't have to be too long, like it will be a short video that shows some of those capabilities, and just keep posting that. And maybe I believe like LinkedIn will be again one of your best tools that you can reach out to those founders or solopreneurs or someone that who has a business. So that was the two recommendations from my side.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you so much for that, Solomon. And that's the issue of having multiple products within a company, right? Like you have to figure out what to prioritize, when to prioritize it. And right now, like I'm in an accelerator for Capstone Workforce, which is another product that serves a completely different ICP. So like it's really the thing that I've been struggling with as far as content is what I should post, like where I should focus my content. Like when I'm doing ICP stuff, like they're distinct enough to where I could separate them really well. But when I have to have all of them on one platform to talk about it, I don't know if I should have a sequence of like 1 week I talk about Capstone Workforce, other week I talk about Grand Prairie, blah 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 blah. But that's something that I really have struggled with. So I appreciate you pointing it out.
Great. Thank you, Solomon. Jonathan, welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Um, Shawn, I just wanted to, just an idea that a friend of mine had a while back. I just wanted to kind of share, and it seems to complement and kind of overlap what you're discussing. I don't think it got developed, so I don't know if you'd be copying the idea, but it was very similar. Talking about networking events and how to make and retain contact with folks. And the idea that they had essentially was an app. You would register before the conference or meeting, just like what you're discussing. But there was also an opportunity to have a picture in there. And there was you kind of check in once you arrive. That way people know if they're actually there. And you might actually, by having a picture, you can figure out who you need to connect with in the room, because you may not know who's in the room when you're doing some of these networking events. And you have to go down the entire list of folks that are there to really figure out kind of and make those connections. Whereas if you have kind of a list as to who's going to be there with some pictures, and then you know that they're there, then you might actually be able to focus your efforts on finding the folks that you really need to connect with. So, like you said earlier, having the location tags on there might be a little bit invasive, but people may also be open to it based on, in certain environments. And you could probably also limit when that turns on and off, and, kind of have that ability where it has an auto check-in whenever they enter the area or onto the Wi-Fi or whatever the case may be. But just some ideas to kind of help maybe build on what you're doing.
Thank you. And yeah, like it really sounds like I need to start talking with these event organizers, because that will help me build better context into getting more folks.
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Jonathan. The lovely Jen Dalton. Welcome, Jen. Good to see you.
Thanks, John. Shawn, great to see you this morning. Thanks for presenting. Just a couple of thoughts I put in chat. Melissa Jakes is an event planner who's actually presented here before. So if you want an introduction to her, happy to facilitate that. I think
please.
even just meeting with event planners and getting input on what would make it a win-win and how could you have a partnership, I think that would be a good thing. Question for you, is Capstone Tech the umbrella brand for these different products?
Yes.
Okay, I definitely think there's a way to make that work. I'm happy to talk with you offline and brainstorm some ideas. But I find there's always a way, as long as the storytelling and the messaging is clear. And lastly, it might be worth thinking about, do you create a know before you go for conferences where maybe you just share that type of LinkedIn content? Hey, make sure you download this app. Hey, make sure you tag a speaker on LinkedIn at the conference you want to meet. Like there could be some valuable content that you generate, and then you bring your web app into that conversation as a tool that people must have in their sort of pre-conference checklist.
Thank you so much. That would be lovely. And again, that the introduction to the event organizers, because like I'll be able to build in like context that actually works for them and makes their life easier, which will in turn make it easier for them to, all right, so here's this app that, yeah, like I really need to like collaborate with folks who bring people together for a living.
Exactly. And this is kind of a random thought and probably more fit for Maria and Amy and I apparently, but there are a lot of organizers who will help business owners organize their office and workspace. Maybe you talk with some of the organizers, right?
Nice.
So that as you're cleaning out your pile of 1,000 business cards,
Right.
they have you as a tool as well. Just
Yeah,
fun.
that's true. It's like that. That's when people start using it. Oh my God, this actually does work, and they do like
I mean,
14
I'm
of them.
asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. That's all I'm saying.
Great. Thank you, Jen. We're going to wrap it up with Maria. Maria, it looks like she's digging for business cards.
There you go.
These are the ones I have close at hand. I have a whole two boxes of 500 cards, the lid and the bottom full of them. One of the things is, how do you have a capability to add the context that we're scanning into our email contact list? So have that back and forth.
So I have a way to have scan the content into the context into the notes. And that context gets put into the initial outreach. The thing that I haven't figured out is whether I should put that into the multi-touch sequences. So emails 2, 3, and 4. Should I put that context in there as well? That's where my limit is right now. But if that's something that people find valuable, like I'll add it as a feature.
Yeah, that would be very valuable to, besides having them in the cloud, being able to have it in your, I use Gmail, so have those, start building that Gmail contact list as well.
Oh, so being able to add, so like adding context like from your Gmail, your Outlook contact list.
Yes. And
Oh,
then, back
yeah.
and forth from
Yeah.
the context I already have into your app, and from the app into my personal contact list.
Oh, we gotta talk. Yeah, if you can give me more detail exactly what you mean, because I need to make that into like a feature that seems like a pretty significant feature. So I would need more detail on
Absolutely.
how that will work, and I have to test it.
Yes. And
Awesome.
regarding your social media, I think you would benefit from having, I don't know, maybe run that by Jen. She's the expert, but having each of your products have a business page, so you talk about them.
Yeah.
And I know it's a lot of work. And in your personal profile, you can say Monday is outreach, Wednesdays you talk about your
Grant
other product,
party,
and Friday you
Friday
talk
talks
about
about
another
workflow.
product. So
Okay.
you have a rotation of different sequence campaigns
Okay.
talking to, so you keep each product close in mind weekly.
Yeah, because that's my biggest problem as a company right now is that I feel like when I'm talking about or pushing one product, I'm taking away from the other. And like it almost makes me feel bad for having positive momentum, even though I'm building something that has value and is solving a problem. So anything that I can do to make sure like they're getting at least equal opportunity to get traction or not, that's definitely something that I would use some help with.
All right.
Yeah.
With that,
Interns.
we're
Interns, like, I'm
These
sorry.
interns.
Yes, interns, just like
James, if we can
Amy says.
bring up the slides, we have one last question for Shawn. There we go. Shawn, so what can our 1 Million Cups help you with today?
I think that the answer is pretty obvious. If y'all can connect me with these event organizers, so like we can figure out what a win-win looks like for them, and it will help with my product build and like stuff that I need to like kind of like add integrations to make their lives easier and have those different connection points. That's where I would find the most value, and of course having a pilot cohort to like any individuals who would be interested. Like if you hear like I won't make y'all pay, but only if y'all promise to like actually use it and give me feedback. So it's good.
Awesome. Well, Shawn, thank you so much for presenting today. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to James.
Thank you guys for the opportunity.
James, are you?
James, you're on mute or we cannot hear you.
Really?
No.
Now we can.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, my bad. So next week's presenter, Colleen Perelman, who's the owner of Let's Thrive Alive. So obviously, like, why present at 1 million cups? So I think even listening to Shawn and listening to what's been going on here, kind of low stakes stress testing, right? We kind of figure some stuff out. We come up with ideas. Hopefully we give some good guidance. We get some radical community feedback. And as we've seen from Shawn, he's already increased his network just by being here. And so those are 3 really good reasons as to why we think you should present here at 1 million cups. So some upcoming events. You know, in the DMV, we're no short of any events that you want to go networking up. Here's a few. The Referral Network Alliance, the BNI, talk to Jen about that. That's on a Thursday morning. But yeah, someone can grab this and throw it in the chat along with the links. That would be amazing. And you can go and check them all out. So let's talk about presenter schedule. So we've got June 17th is Colleen, as I said. Then on June 24th, Troy Reamer from Mora AI Search will be here. And then July 1st, we've got the hybrid. So hybrid, for you guys that don't know, is we do both in person over at George Mason, and we also do virtual, both at the same time. We do have, obviously, some open slots. So if you're interested in presenting, let us know, and we can certainly get you into the agenda. As you can see on the far right-hand side, we have 3 applications already in review. You can be a 4th. So feel free. Come and join us. Share what we do, right? We have a QR code here that's got all the links to our YouTube, our X, our LinkedIn and Facebook. Feel free to go grab it and then share it with your friends and your colleagues and your relatives and tell them all about what we're doing here at 1 Million Cups. So that is it. Stick around for a minute. I don't know where we are. Oh, we are right at 10 a.m. Shawn, once again, thank you so much. That was really cool stuff. And everyone here at 1 Million Cups is behind you to help you get this thing off the ground and get it going. And we really appreciate your presentation, my friend. So big hand for Shawn and being here.
Thank you guys so much for the opportunity and the feedback. I found this really valuable.